All right, I think we are live. Welcome everybody back to another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host, Rattlesnake, coming at you live once again from the Snake Pit here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Joined by my co-host Dakota. What up, Dakota?
What up, baby? Dude, we are still drying out our socks from a little wet one. According to NASCAR, it was humidity, but my socks are completely dry. I'm kidding. Coke 600 weekend, we went there, we fucked shit up, we hung out with the big Don, and let's talk about it, dude. Let's get this thing going.
Let's do it.
What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in. Rock flag and eagle.
Oh, baby.
I hate having to do all the
I know.
social medias
If I'm
right
ever
when it's
getting
starting.
distracted, that's what I'm doing. But yeah, man, fuck. What's up, everybody? It's been a minute. I'm finally back in the Rutledge Dome. Rattlesnake's back in Myrtle. I got my assistant. Yes, can I get some more creamers? Thank you. But man, feels good to be back. I can't lie, I had so much shit going on. I was like, okay, yeah, let's do episode night. And I was like, fuck, we gotta do episode night. And then I got down here and I was like, all right, let's do this.
Let's do this, dude.
Fuck, man, we got a lot to talk about. Does it seem like news is dropping every 10 minutes lately?
Yes, that's why I was like, dude, we have to do an episode. Like, not only is this a recap from the Coke 600, which was, I mean, we're gonna talk about. People are pissed, but I mean, we had a good time. Just saying.
Yes, we made the best of what NASCAR ruined a good time. NASCAR came to the barbecue and called the cops.
Yeah, actually,
Pretty much what happened.
that's a good way to describe what NASCAR did to us. We had a great time. I mean, there's so much news. Should we just like start with recapping the Coke 600, or should we go over news and shit? What do you want to do first?
Let's go over our weekend at the Coke 600, kind of meeting up, blah, 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 showing up, fucking security and all that. And then talk about the fucking fast car bang bus. And let's talk about the race and all up until it wasn't a race. And then we'll jump into news.
Okay, so let's do
All
it.
right.
This is my first Coke 600, by the way.
Yeah. So we never even got to talk about that because like it kind of got dampened on and we kind of just were like, we pulled the okie doke and left. But yeah, man, your first Charlotte.
And it was so late, and we were like,
fuck this.
I mean, clutch getting the hotel room, wasn't it?
Yes, very nice. I'm very appreciative to let me sleep there.
I'm not
totally
doing
was gonna drive home. But
If
then,
we do this again, I'm getting the hotel room again. Like,
I told Felicia, I was like, I mean, that sounds like Coke 600 is about to be a thing. I said, like, come next year, yeah, I'm just gonna get a room somewhere in Charlotte.
Yeah,
something.
because you get the Monday off.
Yeah,
you
it's clutch.
And so it's kind of like, all right, we both have like our parents babysitting. So it's like, all right, they got it for the night. We'll wake up early and get back there. But dude, we I mean, what time was it when we get to the hotel? Like 2 a.m.
It was like a little after 1. Well, no fault of our own. Like, if we hadn't had to like bust up some security guards to get out of there, we would have been out of there sooner.
Yeah, we did have to kind of drive around some security.
So
you did not like that.
Yeah, so we
What
got
up, Andy?
Blessing and curse. We got stuck in race traffic leaving.
Speaking of which, the man himself. Look at that profile picture.
Andy, bro.
That is the spot. Is that or
No,
is that
that's Atlanta?
That's Atlanta. I see the Coke sign. All
Looks
right,
about the same because Andy's so handsome.
Yeah, exactly.
Or hear us out. We could just stay at Dalton's.
Dude,
we're gonna stay. Hey,
Hey,
shout out Keep Daddy, fucking the boy up because that place was packed on Sunday.
I'm saying my place next year, boys. There he is.
That's the thing. If I was, because I wasn't gonna stay. It was like an emergency last minute decision. Of if I was already like fuck it, I'm gonna stay, then maybe I could stay at Dalton's.
Here's the reason I like where I stayed. It was like 20 minutes south, so it was literally towards where I have to drive back. So when I woke up, I had a little bit shorter of a drive home, which is nice. And I just booked it with my points, so I didn't have to pay for it. So that
it was totally convenient.
That was totally worth it for me. When I saw I could book a hotel with my points, also a nice hotel, right? That was weird.
That was very nice. Dude,
I was. Did you drive around in the morning at all? We went to the McDonald's.
I was like, I do not belong around here,
dude. We went to the McDonald's, 2-story McDonald's.
Oh my God.
And it's like designed like a castle. It's crazy.
Yeah, this is where they keep the real food.
Oh man, I don't know if the Charlotte people, if there's any Charlotte people in the
Charlotte's bougie.
chat.
Charlotte's bougie
It's
up.
way bougier than I expected.
Yeah.
Actually, we were in
We got to
South
the exit
Park.
and there was a Ferrari dealership. I was like,
Yeah, we were in South Park, and then I
yeah.
drove from South Park through Matthews, and the whole drive was just like mansions.
Yeah.
So anybody from the Charlotte area,
You know what I've always wanted to do up there? I've always wanted to tow my boat up there and go
what up, Saturday?
go for the week or something and like go out on Lake Norman. Like pull my boat
Talk
up
about
there.
where you won't belong with your boat.
Yeah, yeah.
They might not let you. They might be
call
like,
the police. Like, there's river trash. Sir, can I see your credit score?
sir, if you're trying to bass fish, you need to keep it
I
moving.
wasn't even talking about bass fishing. I was talking about like riding around.
I know. I'm just saying they're gonna look at you and assume that you're there.
Yeah. Hey, sir, we've took all the fish out of here.
Keep moving. This is not for fishermen.
It's for rich people to
This is
swim.
rich people and their kids trying to wakeboard.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm late. You are not
Cool
on time.
Oh
Oh,
man,
welcome.
fucking.
By the way, I
We're going
noticed
totally on tangent.
you're rocking the Forest shirt. I'm rocking a High Limit shirt. So
Hey,
little shout out to Sprint
as we
Car Racing.
go on,
Yeah, we got to talk about this.
We'll get
I
there.
guess okay. Let's recap.
Get back to the race. Back to the
Recap
race.
the race, but that's big news. We're gonna have to talk about.
So we met up. We took the old ladies out this weekend.
Yep.
We fucking schooled some snacks. Got all the way up in line. Took us. All of a sudden, there was race traffic. We were like, "What the fuck is this?" And we looked down. We passed the midway at the front of the track, dude, and it was just like sea of people. Like, holy shit, there's a ton of people out here. It was like, wow, man. I almost wish like we could have been there earlier and like maybe walked around. It's been a lot to see, but we've probably been like, this is a fucking nightmare. It was cool. Like the midway there is usually pretty cool. Like they got a lot of stuff and it's different. And maybe next year we'll go up a day early or something.
I will say this, for being what do they call themselves? The home of American racing, the heart of American. I forgot.
Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the home of NASCAR. I thought.
I don't. It's on the track. It says like home of American racing or some.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, something like that.
All right, for being the so-called home of American racing. Let's forget Indy and Daytona, but let's just say it is. Y'all cannot figure out how to direct traffic on a race. Like, holy shit, if y'all pride yourselves in being like all about racing, like figure that out.
Yeah, I honestly had to take the fucking bull by the horns and just go where I wanted to. It seemed like
I'm not trying to sound like an asshole or trying to sound delusional. I think we deal with less traffic at Daytona for the 500.
Yeah, but also I got a sweet little parking spot at Daytona. Remember?
Yeah, I guess maybe if we knew how to like work the area.
I'm sure
better.
Well, that's the thing. Like that's the first time I ever just drove down in the infield of Charlotte, and so coming out, I literally I had no idea where to go when we were leaving, and everybody's leaving.
Yeah, that's true.
A day earlier.
And we're just trying to like follow your map and trying to go around security guards when they're trying to stop us.
Yeah, and all of a sudden there's gates closed.
Come up Saturday, we hit the midway. That'd be awesome military stuff. Yeah, I mean that's another
I think that's
point.
the move. Next year,
If
come
I
up Saturday.
can get a hotel, should I just extend it and get like 2 nights?
Well, if you use points, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be interested.
Yeah. Something to think about.
Yeah, I don't know if the old lady's gonna come back, but we'll see. Might just be me.
I think mine might. I think she's sold.
She's hooked. Yeah, mine had a blast, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't want to go to NASCAR anymore." But yeah. So then we fucking finally get around, meet up with Andy from Fast Car up at the gate. He hops in. We grab fucking Loco Charles, and then he hops back out. Never know what you're gonna get with him.
Wild card,
bitches. And we rolled in the infield, and like you're seeing all this for the first time. What did you think when we were coming in the tunnel and like you saw all the stands and all the fucking people?
Yeah, the like front stretch grandstands like threw me off.
Yeah,
because
we're like, what is that? And I'm like, that's the stand.
I know. I was like, well, that's like different, right? I thought that was like a totally different thing. And
yeah, it's weird. Well, there's that one section of towers where you're like, it looks like it doesn't belong. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean.
Why is that all the way up there?
Yeah, right.
I've always been like, it'd be cool to go sit up there.
It would be really cool to sit up there. Actually, I feel like you would get the best view of the whole track.
Yeah, or the helicopters coming right over you too.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't know. It would be interesting to watch it from the grandstands, but at this point, I don't know if I ever can.
What surprised me was like you went to Atlanta infield when we were riding around there. It was everybody's kind of got some space and like it's open and there's campers. It's packed, but there's campers. This motherfuckers are camping on the curb, campers everywhere. Like you can barely drive in there, and there's people walking everywhere.
It was
Like
a
they
whole
had,
community.
I mean, it was sold out, but they had that bitch slammed in there. Like it was like, yo, I wish we would have been here all weekend. This looks lit.
Yeah, because I feel like people were like partying all weekend.
Yeah.
It reminded me of what was that Guy Ritchie movie with Brad Pitt as the gypsy?
I don't know.
Okay, well, it reminded me of a
It'll come to
gypsy
you.
village.
Yeah,
Just
it kind of had me
people
like,
living.
man, I wish we could go walk around. Like,
Yeah,
if we
just
had more
barefoot
time.
kids walking around everywhere,
Yeah,
people walking dogs,
yeah, it
like
was cool.
people selling shit. You're like, okay, they got like a
It'd
whole
been cool to
village.
go walk around next year for sure.
Mhm.
But man, it was so. Then we finally met up with all the boys. They had the bus fucking popping when we got there, and I immediately was like, "Someone give me a goddamn beer." And
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Saturday night looked fucking lit. I'm almost like I'll go sleep on the goddamn bus. I'll call dibs a year in advance.
Well, that's the thing. You got to call dibs now because I feel like everybody's
I
gonna be
don't
coming in.
honestly. I feel like that'd be the fucking move if like Felicia. Oh, to see if Felicia goes, but if she didn't go, I could just come sleep on the bus if they let me, and I could just like leave Sunday morning or Monday morning. That'd be tight. All right, I'm calling it now. Fast car if y'all let me. Call the bus couch. That'd be badass. But anyways, got on the bus, dude, and I was so excited for you to see the track, and we finally got up there, and it was like, yo, it always surprised me how close we are to the track.
Yeah.
Like we are so close. I'm like, dude, I feel like I could touch these cars.
Camping on top of the bus. See, that's an interesting twist. Bring a little tent.
Oh yeah, roll out in the middle of the night. I'll fucking
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, man, it was awesome. The day started out hot. That's the thing. It started out hot. I had to put sunscreen on because I was like, damn, I'm gonna get burn up here. It was so hot. So we were definitely not worried about rain. You know what I mean?
We
Like,
checked the weather before, like hours before the race, remember? And it said
Mhm.
0%.
Yeah, and we were
And
kind of making
we were
fun of
like,
Indy.
yeah,
We were like, oh,
sucks for y'all.
yeah, yeah.
It ain't raining here in America, bitch. Like,
Yeah, so
this is God's race.
it's God's race, boy.
Yeah,
This ain't no European F1.
So little did we know. Anyways, I was excited for you to see the military appreciation stuff too, because that is always so badass. Like seeing how much NASCAR puts on for the troops and all them, and then them all being on the bus, them coming right over us like that was sick as fuck. Because if you're in
Yeah.
the stands, like it's sick, but they're like right above us. That was super
For the
cool.
people to understand, anyone listening that wasn't there, which is probably half the people listening, they come so close over us that the tent down on the ground next to the bus, in between two buses, like flips over when they come by because they're that close.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fucking sick, man. And then we get the pre-race going. Big Don rolls up. That was probably one of my favorite parts was when he did the flyover in his plane. That was sick as shit, I thought. When Trump came over and flew in his plane.
Dude,
and the place just erupted like, yeah.
Yeah, that plane is like big dick plane.
Yeah, like
Like I know he has Air Force One when he's president, but
yeah.
Did he fly in Air Force One or was this just
Yeah, no,
always
he
his
was
plane?
he was in Air Force One when he was president.
Because
But
this
then,
plane seems like cooler than Air Force One.
yeah,
To be
this
honest.
one's got his damn name in it. And,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
still
he
super
flew
cool.
right over us. And so he
Yeah.
flew over us so close that we were all kind of like, "Oh, is that it? Is he just doing a flyover?"
Yeah.
And we were kind of all like accepting of it because we're like, "Yeah, that was pretty badass." But
Yeah. And then he came and rolled up his motorcade like right down from camp. We could see it. And that was cool. And then all of a sudden on the Jumbotron, you see him warming out and he's on Austin Dillon's pit box like fucking America and shit like that. DJ was on point. Kudos to that guy. And man, it was super cool seeing all that. And I just had like goosebumps of like, dude, I'm so fucking pumped to be American right now. Like, this is a white boy summer. Like, I'm so fucking.
dude, it was definitely a white boy summer.
I had goosebumps, bro. Just seeing all that shit.
People say that word and that little slang, and you don't really know what it means until you partied with us a Memorial
Day. You're shotgunning beers on
top of the school bus
with Donald Trump.
Infielded Coke 600 as Donald Trump flies over you with Fortunate Son playing, and you shotgun a Busch Light in jorts. It was like,
I've always been like like I told you years before, I was like, dude, you'd love this fucking race. Like this one will get you. And
yeah, it is a top tier race for sure. Definitely up there.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. It's super great until it isn't. Until it isn't. And NASCAR just grabs the fucking tablecloth right underneath your fucking plate and throws everything away.
Okay, so were you having a good time during the race? Because it seems like people online were complaining about the racing during the
I
race.
was having a good time on with the race. I was kind of having like secondhand anxiety trying to like worry about my old lady, but I kind of like trying to have fun as a fan and with the boys, and then also like chaperone. And it kind of caught myself like not paying attention as much, which I kind of was like, okay, what's going on? Like, all right, I'd watch the stage and then be like, all right, let me go walk around and get a beers. And then they'd restart and I'd run to the fence and watch a couple laps and then be like, I'd walk around and get some more beers and go look for stuff in my truck and then like come back. And
yeah, for sure, dude. I caught myself doing that as well. I would have like a good seat. When me and Samantha were sitting on the edge of the bus, for like all of stage 1 and like half of stage 2.
Yeah,
that was a good
cute.
spot. I was enjoying that because I had my app pulled up so I could see how everybody was doing behind us and stuff, and like I could see the screen. I had the AirPod in. That was a sick setup. But yeah, every once in a while I'd be like, all right, let me go grab a beer. Then I get like distracted because it was something down there. So I did notice that as well.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun just hanging out or like trying to mingle with people, and then like, oh, look at my guy passing your guy, or look at Denny Hamlin flying. Oh, girl, what up? It was fun just trying to like, I don't know. I kept catching myself like getting sidetracked, like woo, and then like, okay, seriously, what's going on in the race? And
right, yep.
That's the only like. There's no complaint. Well, there was some complaints. There's no complaints. The only thing is sometimes like I had my scanner in, and they'd be like, "Oh, got one spinning down the front," and I was like, "Well, who was it?"
Right. Yeah.
That was the only thing, but it's a double-edged sword. Like you give and take. Look at the experience you're getting and how close you're getting to the action, but you may not get to see 100% of it. You see 75% of it.
Speaking of that 45 car was fast,
dude. Yeah, I honestly like the whole race. I was kind of like, dude, he's fucking moving.
I would be pissed if I went to another fucking race with you and he went.
Oh, and I was like, he's got a car that can win because he motored straight up to the top 10 once he got.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Those
he
breaks.
had a fast car,
and I was like, dude, he could totally win this race. Like they just need to break. Like once he got up top 5, I think all of those cars were fast. But I was like, some brakes goes away. He went. I was like, if we go back to back races and Reddick wins, and I'm just like, woo! I was like, you're gonna be like, I'm done. Yeah,
I think I'm done with NASCAR. The 20 car was fast. The 6 car was fast. The 11 car was fast. The 54 was fast.
Yeah, 54 was fast. He kind of kept making mistakes, but the 11, the only one I kept saying all night, so that 11 is moving, dude. And then afterwards, we saw he kept having those pit road issues, which was with the TV on the Bang Bus, we got to see, which was nice. Like, oh look, here's an instant replay. Well, it's funny because something would happen, and I would just turn around and watch TV and let it come around a lap and watch.
Yeah, because it was like a lap and a half off or something. Yeah. So that actually did kind of work out. That always gave us like the instant replay that we.
Yeah, shout out to those boys. We almost need like a stand for it or something. I know it's impractical, but like it's down there on the ground. Sometimes when there's a crowd or there was chairs in the way, I was kind of like, hey, move.
No, you're 100% right.
But like we had a stand to mount that TV on, Andy and Poole, that just constructive criticism. I think that'd be
just
banging.
Constructive criticism, just already telling you how to do your thing better.
Yeah. I was giving Andy like, this is kind of some things I would throw a 2 cents at, Andy.
Hey, we take any input for Dega. So
yeah. So I'm just throwing it out there. Stand is in the works.
Didn't you hear NASCAR is dead?
Yeah, clearly by the sold out Donald Trump fans.
Stand is in the works. Hey. Byron channeled some inner Dale.
Dude, that's what we need to talk. I think that was the sickest move of the race. And even though he's passing my guy, is Reddick and freaking Gibbs were battling through 3 and 4, and Reddick kept trying to pass him. You got a little loose. Gibbs moves up, slaps a wall, and here comes Byron off the top, just like,
yeah, that was fortunate, son. Yeah,
and he just took all 4 through the turf. Yeah, and just passed him with ease back on the track. Like, yeah, a lot of nothing to do. I literally was like, Byron's never been cooler. That was the sickest shit. Like, literally, I was like, that was badass.
That was badass, dude. Byron's becoming cooler and cooler. I don't know what else to say,
like,
man.
grew his hair out or like got a tattoo or something. I don't know. Smoked some cigarettes.
Yeah, definitely start smoking cigarettes. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
I saw somebody tweeted on the PGA tour.
Yeah, I seen her. She
Some
was
chick
ripping cigarettes, signing huggers.
just
It
ripping
was
a
like,
cig.
yo, shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
like
was
yo, that
badass.
chick is like badass, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
if
was
Willie
cool.
Beat did that, if he just had a cig hanging out of his mouth as he was signing autographs, I'd be like, all right, I'm buying this merch. I can't help myself.
So the race just had just passed halfway, and we all of a sudden we were like, "Yo, let's check the radar," and it was like, "There's a storm coming." Bob Parker's was like, "Rain is on the way, 20 minutes out."
Change that boy.
And then they're talking about it on his scanner, like, "We got rain 20 minutes out," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" Look at the radar, and it's just a little tip of a storm.
Yeah,
There's a
it
big
literally
storm,
is the tip.
just the tip of the pinky of a storm. Like, it's gonna hit us. It's gonna hit us.
It was gonna go over
rain.
us. Yeah, for sure.
It's
We all
gonna rain.
accepted that.
We
were
could feel
packing
it coming.
stuff up. Yeah.
Yeah. We passed stuff up and we're like, let's seek shelter. Literally got in the truck. It started pouring down rain. 20 minutes. It rained for like 20 minutes.
Yep.
25. It poured down rain, light out, and then when it was gone, it was gone. It's stars and moon.
I even mentioned, I was like, it's windier than it is more rainy.
Yeah, yeah.
It was really weirdly windy,
it just drizzled hard.
Yeah, we got the end of a storm. We got the very tip.
Yeah.
So it was kind of windy with like a drizzle, but it wasn't like hard pouring down rain. And like we discussed in the group chat, 2019 Darlington, a lot of us were there. That was like just absolute torrential downpour. I'm sure we've all been at races where it's rained harder and we've gone back racing.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, like, and then when it blew by, it was stopped. Like, everybody's walking around, hanging out. Like, let's get the party back going. Let's get some beers. Like, y'all think you're gonna call it? No, I don't know. Larson lands like a fucking superhero, comes running in, gets his fucking helmet on, and they're like, "Whoa, buddy."
His wife runs too.
Yeah, it was fucking cool. Like, it was super cool to see. I was totally like, "Fuck yeah, Larson! This is like fucking like I want to see how he's gonna
make it happen." Yeah,
like he's gonna get to do it. This is super cool. And we're watching. We get back on the bus. We're looking at the turn and like, dude, it's already drying by itself. Like, there was so much heat in the track, the asphalt was just drying. And I was like, oh, dude, we're totally getting this in. There's no way they're gonna call it. They came by with the jet dryers. You know, usually they're like going super slow. These guys came by and there was like,
we were like, then they broke down.
Well, then we were like, I literally said, why does it seem like they're going so fast? I've been to so many races where they're going like 5 mile an hour. I was like, they came by going like 30.
Yeah, no, it was.
And I was like,
it was already off.
I literally was like that doesn't seem like it's doing much.
Right.
And then, but the track was drying. The track was just drying. I was like, dude, went back down to the truck where the truck was sitting on that road was dry. I was like, this hot asphalt's soaking up that water, dude.
I was talking to my wife. I was like,
it.
So we were talking about when it was going to end. And I was like, I don't know. Cause I was like, they're definitely going to run this thing though. Cause
we're like, we're going back green. So it's going to be like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And I literally was like, well, I don't know if I'm driving back now.
Yeah. And, we were all like, just kind of preparing for like the night. Cause we were like, all right, we're about to all be here. Cause it was obvious that we're going to go green.
Yeah. We were all like, fuck yeah, let's get it going. What are we going to do till they go green?
I've been at races. I've been watching races where you go, I don't think we're going green. And then they surprise you and go green. This was not one of those situations. This was one of the situations where you go, all right, we're going to wait it out. We're going to go green.
Yeah. If I didn't think they were going to go back green, I would have already left.
Yep, exactly. Right. And you've been to quite a few races. You have a pretty good indication of like when they're going to call it. 6 Air Titans, no jet dryers. That's another thing.
Dude, 2 jet dryers would have dried them corners right up.
I mean, I was down on the ground with Jeremy when they were like passing by and we were talking about it. And I was like, dude, what is going on? Like, why are they doing this so weird? And he was saying the same thing. He was like, I don't know. It's like they weren't putting full effort into it.
It like the drivers looked like they're like, fuck this. Yeah, I was very perplexed. And all of a sudden, like, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go get some more beer. And like I just hear Dalton go, no fucking way. And I just heard like I was at the bottom of the bus. I just heard him say that, and I just knew immediately what that meant.
I thought he had to have like read a joke online though.
No, I literally was like, no, and he's like, there's his foot, Dalton exaggerating and everything, piss ass drunk. And I was like, they just fucking call it. And he's like, they just fucking called the race. And everybody's like, what the fuck? And then you hear it just automatically from the stands. You hear, boo! And
they send half their equipment to India. It turns
what goddamn
out.
sense does that make?
What is that a joke? Like,
yeah, is that true? And
like that's a joke.
Yeah, it was insane, dude. I've never been like, I was so freaking mad, man. There's one over there, honey. I was so mad, like at the moment of just like I just sat here for 2 hours. Like I could have been halfway back home. We could have been already at your hotel. We could
Yep.
have like been gone. Not that like I wanted to leave my friends, but like people have
But it was late.
lives. Yeah.
Yeah.
And man, it just I was royally pissed. And at that point now I'm tired. So I'm like, cool, thanks, awesome.
Yeah, that didn't help. Everybody there that waited was already like tired as shit because I mean, what time was it? Like 12:30 when they called it? I don't even remember.
Oh no, I think it was like 11:30. And that was what Denny Hamlin said. The track was at 12:15. The track was dry.
Oh, really? Is that what he said? Damn.
Yeah, he's on his podcast.
Joe Gibbs even thought that they were going to send the drivers to their cars. Let's see. Believe me when I read the tweets, I thought it was a joke too. Right, exactly. 11:30. Okay. They didn't think it was going to rain at Charlotte. They had sent their equipment to Indy knowing the storm. What?
I've never heard that one, but that's
okay.
very...
So if that is true, then they have to give Larson the waiver. Would you agree with that? Like that's insane.
I don't think they were ever not giving him the waiver.
That's true, but I'm just saying, like, because that's insane. Then okay,
I don't even know why the waiver's in question.
Who was it? Was it Joey that mentioned it or Junior? I think it was Joey that he was like Larson technically prioritized.
Yeah, boo! Shut up, Joey.
But it's like okay, so did NASCAR. They sent all their shit to Indy.
Yeah,
they prioritized it too, I guess.
I have two words. I have 2 words for why he's getting a waiver. Rick Hendrick.
Yeah, but
Rick
also,
Hendrick is the Donald Trump of NASCAR.
Right, that's true. Yes. So regardless of what happened, he was going to get it. But I think no matter what team he was on, he would get it just because he's running the Indy 500. Like, if they're like, yeah, but would they do this for other drivers? I'm like, yeah, if the other drivers had the opportunity to run the Indy 500, they probably would.
Yeah, I mean, it's equivalent to. I mean, it's bigger than the Daytona 500.
Right, like no other NASCAR driver is getting this opportunity. So yes, they give it to whoever has that opportunity.
Yeah, everything's good. Everything's peachy.
Yo,
what's up, Nick? Thanks for coming to see us.
Yeah, thanks for not calling me back, dude.
Dickhead.
I tried to call you back and you ignored me. Thanks.
He was like, "Oh yeah, y'all here? Oh, that's cool."
Larson isn't on playoff standings right now on the app.
Whoa,
interesting.
Weird.
One of our buddies drives equipment, and I asked him about it.
Poole knows everybody, dude. That motherfucker. Don't sleep on him.
Rick Hendrick is setting some hitmen if Larson doesn't get a waiver. Yeah, true. I don't know. Yeah, he's definitely going to get the waiver. But back to the point of the story, it was dry. I don't know why in a bunch of these podcasts. I think Junior was defending it. Bianchi definitely defended it. That's the one that everybody's been talking about. I don't know what they are talking about. I think maybe they also just wanted to go home. I don't want to like accuse anyone of not being fully honest, but like, I don't know. We were there. We saw it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just make that shit up and lie and expect me to be like, oh yeah, you're right. Because it wasn't wet. We all were looking at the same track. There's photos of it at midnight and it's dry.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I loved, especially on Fast Cars channel. They were like, look behind us. This whole turn's dry and we're still here. And that was the thing when we were leaving, all the traffic, like just seeing how many people had also stayed because they wanted to see a race.
Dude, we were stuck in traffic for an hour.
We sat in traffic for an hour leaving the track.
Just sitting in traffic.
So, and another thing is I hated it for Seabell because like he deserved he kicked ass half of the race.
That's the thing. People are commenting, they're like, yeah, fake ass win, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
and I get that they're mad, the fans, and they're disappointed that they didn't get to see a driver actually win this thing. But it's not his fault that they called it, and he did have the fastest car. I mean,
he was walking off away from him. He was kicking ass. Now Brad gave him a run for his money. Brad was not,
dude. Brad just was not making that last push. Like, I don't think he was catching him.
I don't either. And I think like Christopher Bell, like it was one of those. Shit show Sunday night. The contents of my tent got soaked, and some random dude tried to get in our tent. Yeah, it sounds like I had a real gay time, dude. But fucking Christopher. It's one of those, you always see when y'all left. I went to Victory Lane and Media Center, so the Media Center was wet. Yeah, no, not they see that and they're like, it's not drying.
Yeah,
and so I don't know, man. It was about it's happy to see like the one guy that was kicking their ass got the win. Because how many times we see these rains where someone stays out, someone made a strategy call,
yep.
or there was
Good
in between
strategy.
stops, and then old fucking Jody wins, and it's like, win's a win, but it's like, no, not really. There's always an asterisk by it. It's like it's nice to see when the guy that was kicking ass gets the dub. It's kind of like, he was probably gonna win anyway. Maybe there were some guys that probably would have gave him runs, but he was leading the last 100 laps before that, so it is what it is.
I think anybody in the top 5 could have won it though.
Yeah, I agree.
Even
some
outside of the top
or
5.
some pit mistakes. I would. My thing is, I wanted to see. I was like, I'm ready to see what Larson's gonna do, and I was like, and if Larson wins, I ain't even mad.
Dude,
I was ready. I was like, I'm about ready to see Larson tear through this fucking field. I think
I can say the crowd was the loudest for Donald Trump, though.
Yeah, it was, and that fact gave me goosebumps. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, America.
People were wild; they were losing it. Well, this is not
cool.
This is not a political show, but I'm calling it right now. That guy wins the election because people were like,
if the election were real, I'd believe you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, people are in love with it. It was nuts, man. And he just walked out there. I thought he was gonna do like a speech or something. He just walked out and like waved, and people were like, dude, it was.
What was cool was seeing Richard Childress behind him, like,
yeah, they were loving it.
Yeah, that was super cool.
Did you see anybody online pissed about like drivers shaking hands and
So like I didn't see anything about people taking shit, but I saw like posts of drivers taking pictures with Donald Trump, and wow, dude, you should watch LTC sometime. How about Lil Gator though? Hey, Lil Gator held strong, proud of him. He gave it hell. Did exactly what he needed to do. I saw some drivers took pictures with him, and I was like, yeah, that's probably gonna get raped on Twitter. And then I did see, or when he's standing over the track with a headset looking at the race, I was like, you look like fucking Batman up there.
Yeah, that was actually a badass shot.
Yeah, I keep hearing about Alfredo. People are pissed about Alfredo. Is like, if this picture offends you, then you can leave the country.
Yeah, he tweeted like
he was like, fuck yeah, look, the president's at the race. Like, I saw he was stoked about it.
Yeah, well, I think he endorsed him too. I think he was like, this is the best president. But also, I'm like, yeah. Fuck off, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah, Alfredo.
Yeah, like, cool. He's right. Like, I'm not like sorry if that offends you. I don't really
those kind of tweets don't show. Those negative tweets don't show up on
also I've noticed people care a little bit less and less now, because I'll see in comments of that, people are just like, yeah, shut the fuck up, nobody cares.
Yeah, dude, go cry about it.
Yeah, I think people are kind of getting over all that shit, which is nice.
Yeah, which is nice.
That's nice to see. That's nice to see.
So
energy was high. Like, this race was a lot of fun. Energy was high. The bus is incredible. Our crew is incredible. It was a mini Dega for sure.
Yeah, it was like a little Dega after party.
Yeah, for sure. Or like almost like a
cocktail party hour after the.
It's like a pregame. It's like that vibe.
But I meant to tell you, I was listening to Kevin's podcast today at work, and he was like, oh yeah, let me tell you something. And it was kind of cool, because I was like, go on, Kevin. He was like, yeah, during one of the commercials, he said me and Clint, or they said Donald Trump was up in the fucking roof or whatever. He's up there in the lobby and shit. And he's like, so me and Clint were like, let's go meet Donald Trump. Like, he's in the other room. Like, they were like, let's fucking go. And he's like, I didn't think it was really a good idea. There's Secret Service everywhere. But Clint was like, I'm going to fucking meet him. So he's like, so I was like, well, I'll go with you.
Yeah, hell yeah. Why are you?
He said during the broadcast, they were like, fuck you, Mike. And like left. And they went over, and he said, like, Clint comes out in the room like, what's up? And Secret Service is like, get on the fucking ground. He said they were like, whoa. And then like,
hey, what's up? I'm Clint.
Like, yeah. So then like Richard Childress there and Entourage and stuff, and like Richard's like, no, it's okay. They're
he's
part
cool.
of the broadcast. Cool. they're part of the broadcast. Like he said, Richard waved them in, and they were like, okay. And then he said they went and took a picture with Donald Trump and like shook his hand and talked to him. And Kevin's like, he was so cool. He was like the nicest guy ever. Damn. And I was like, yeah, Kevin. And then Kevin was like, I didn't know this. He said Donald working all day. I was in my home. So Kevin was saying that Donald Trump was telling a story about how he was an Earnhardt fan, and he always went to the races and sat on Dale Earnhardt's pit box before like anyone knew who he was. Like he's like in the 90s, he used to go to races all the time.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, what? And Kevin was like, yeah, that was a really cool story. He's like, he's been like a lifelong friend with Richard Childress or some shit.
Oh, damn. That's
yeah. And I was like, makes Richard even cooler.
Yeah, it does for sure. But also, I mean, he was like famous back when NASCAR like was the biggest shit.
Yeah.
So I do.
Yeah. So if he was on a pit box, people probably like, yeah, he was.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I could believe that he was like a celebrity and like super famous and rich back in the 80s and 90s and shit. So yeah, he's been doing it for a while. That's sick. Now we just need to get him to buy a team.
Yeah, dude, how sick would that be?
Like Trump every other like rich celebrity that goes to a race. We're like, Trump, all right, dude, do you want to buy a team that's falling apart?
Yeah. I got 4 charters.
Yeah, speaking of which, we do have a story we can discuss.
Crumbling.
Should we wrap up the Coke 600 recap?
Yeah, let's go ahead and rate this bad boy. That's an unfortunate wet.
Yeah, diaper. Man, this sucks because whatever we give this is not gonna be like do justice to this.
It was building up. I think this race was building up to be an 8.5.
Yeah,
that's what I probably would have ended up giving it at the end of the day.
I could see that for sure.
But because NASCAR hates its loyal fan base and hates America, I'm giving this race a 4.0.
A 4.0?
Yep. Stick it to them. Stick them where it hurts.
All right, so
Chairgatin podcast.
Just for reference, the Chairgatin podcast, the podcast that they care the most about.
This is really gonna hurt them.
Just for reference, I gave it a 9.0 last year. You gave it an 8.4. So that's how high we considered this one from last year. Hey, Lodo. All right, you gave it a 4.0.
Yeah. I'll
leave it there. Okay. Okay, I'll give it a 4.20.
Okay. 4.20. That works.
You like that?
A 4.23.
Do you get it? 4.20?
Yeah, I do get it.
Do you get that?
It goes great with that cute picture I took of you.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah, no, I kind of like your stance on this. I'm with you actually. I wanted to give it like a fair score, but there's no fair way to rate this thing. They screwed us, and like, there's no good way to spin this, unfortunately. Now, rating for the day, rating for my experience, I mean, 9.9. It was awesome. It was fucking awesome, dude.
It was a fun time. I definitely will run it back.
For sure.
'Cause I love Kevin Hart.
All right. Well, let's talk about. Oh yeah, that picture was fire. Thank you. Let's talk about this.
So, like, just take a moment to pour one out for my homies.
As we go on, we remember. Dude, how many times have we had to sing that fucking song?
We always play it on here.
Oh my god! So I think the rest of my life. NASCAR boys have a sick setup. Yeah, they do, man.
Yeah,
they really do.
They do have a sick setup.
Okay, so you are rocking some throwback merch, just so you know, in case you were unaware.
Is this throwback?
Apparently it is.
It will be now. Yeah, thank God we got all this Stuart Haas stuff. I want to grab a shirt, and I was looking at all the other stuff, and I was like, oh wow, this is about to be like ancient. Like that used to be a race team once.
Isn't that going to be weird? Yeah, that you're going to look back and everything that was that 4 with the font with Stuart Haas, like that's just that's not a thing.
And
put it up to the speaker or the mic. I can't hear it.
Well, I was trying to make it be in the background of my speech. Oh shit. But yeah, man, just getting it. I think the rumors were coming fast, and it was kind of evident that like something's about to happen with Stuart Haas, and and it was like no fucking
Put it up
way.
closer to the microphone. I'm telling you.
It was like no fucking way they're about to like shut the doors. Like I could see like they're gonna sell 2 charters. That's what I thought. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna go to a 2-car team. Let's get some money off this. La-di-da. But boy, were we wrong. 2020 SR would crumble in 4 years. I would have made them take a drink. Yeah, it's just kind of crazy. Like forever, the 4 team,
Yeah.
8 wins a year. We're kicking ass. To like Kevin's like, I'm getting the fuck off this sinking ship. To 4 sell, 4 bankrupt. This is fucking pathetic, dude. I'm like, and you know that place always had a little home in my heart over the last decade of like, wow, man, that's like that was a big part of my life of like watching NASCAR. That was my, always love RCR, but like that was my next home.
Right.
Stuart Haas. So now I'm like, whoa, dude, this like sucks. Like I'm gonna cry about it, but I'm like, damn, like how could you, Tony? How could you?
Yeah, dude, he's done.
He's totally like, fuck this shit.
He's been done, and that's why
take my banners down.
That's why they have been struggling for this long, because he has been done. Because
when they took his dirt race away, fuck them.
Yeah, and
about the same time the fucking bolts started coming loose.
I don't know who was responsible at the end of the day for like fixing this, but nobody was fixing it, and this is what happens.
Well, I think it was really evident and I mean, I kind of blame the new car, but it was pretty evident with how good a driver Kevin Harvick was unbiased side when he was like struggling to win 2 wins in the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, exactly. We all
kind of like, and then seeing the other 3 teams irrelevant, it was like, man, yeah, like things are not good over here. And it's kind of like, when are they going to get it turned around? And this year, I think 2 teams have showed some light, some glimmers of like, wow, those guys can drive. But speaking of Barry and Noah, and I think 2 of those guys are going to find some fucking homes, I hope, find some deals. I was thinking about today, I was like, wow, Noah's first 3 seasons in Cup are going to be in 3 different cars.
Damn.
3 teams, 3 cars. Like,
yeah, he's gonna have. I'm worried he's gonna have one of those careers, man.
Yeah, and I think it's very unfortunate. Hate him or love him, like we needed a Noah. We needed that Bass Pro 9 energy in Cup. Like we needed all that momentum.
I don't think Tony's very much the NHRA and Tony. They're I think they're beefing too, right?
Tony's just slinging dick everywhere he goes.
He has his superstar drag racing.
What? And I don't know. It's how could you, Tony? I was telling Felicia last night. I go, it's like I think hurts the most is knowing that this 4 car is not going to exist anymore.
Yeah, the Pro Superstar Shootout. That's like Tony Stewart's thing, but yeah, I mean, and also I think Kurt's car will finally be retired. Yeah. At what point, and I tweeted this, I don't know if you saw my tweet on this. At what point do we kind of look at this charter system and go like, maybe we fucked up?
Yeah, I think this. We should talk about that too here in a second about this charter thing.
Has it made things?
I think
better?
It's out of hand. I don't. I think it's kind of like, what? Like, what are we doing? And then like it's a mutiny over like who can have a team and who can't. And nope, gotta have a charter. You can't have a car. And it's like, you know what? It's really holding back. The prodigal son of having a Cup team.
Yeah, exactly.
How cool? How much good pro
Junior has like always said that. He's like, I wish I would have gotten it like early on with the charter thing, but like,
yeah, I guess I'll never own one.
Dude, if Dale Jr. can't afford to get into our sport, then I think it's a failure.
Yeah, like, but we want Honda.
Right.
We want OEMs.
Yeah, okay.
Who the fuck's gonna be able to afford it?
So the charter system, I mean, it hasn't done anything. Like, I'm just trying to think of like what it's done to help the sport. It's pushed out multiple teams now. People can't really afford to get into the sport that belong in the sport. And the number one thing it was supposed to do was guarantee money for sponsors. Well, how many cars do we have left that have season-long sponsors?
Yeah, there's like a few. Because
they can't afford to sponsor a car for a full season because it costs too much money to run a car because of this charter system.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, I just don't think it's helped at all.
Yeah, I don't really fucking get it. And then this whole, hey, starting next year, every team's only allowed 3 charters or 3 teams, except Rick Hendrick and Joe Gibbs. Wait, what was that last part?
Yeah.
What was that last part you just said? Rick Hendrick and Joe Gibbs can do whatever they want. They give us the most money. So yeah, all you teams out there, y'all can't have any more than 3, but these guys are gonna have 4. How's that fair to fucking anybody?
Yeah, it's not fair at all.
No, I don't.
It's absurd.
I think it was fine with like hey, you can have 4 cars. Charters help, or something. Like I don't fucking get it, dude. I don't get it at all, and I don't really like it. I don't like it.
I think the charter system's stupid. Let's do away with it. Let's just do
What are we doing?
qualifying.
What are we doing here?
You qualify and you're into a race. If more cars show up than you can field, then you have to qualify and get in. And if you don't, that sucks.
Yeah,
that's what other racing series do. That's what NASCAR used to be. That's what racing is. That's totally normal. And I just feel like this charter system has fucked it up. Yeah. I mean, it's like, okay, oh, well, maybe Tyler Reddick won't race then. Like, what happens then? Then Tyler Reddick should step it up and fucking learn how to qualify. Like, what do you mean? You think Tyler Reddick can't qualify and make it in every single race? That's absurd.
I think that'd be spicy. Oh, that's what kills him too. I think it'd be spicy if he wrecked and hit the wall in qualifying. He didn't make the race. What about his sponsors? Well, tough titties. That's what happens here.
And it would lower the cost. It would lower the cost of entry.
Oh, guess what? You got your money back on that race.
Yep. It would lower the cost of entry. You could have season-long sponsorships again. I mean, it didn't matter as much because you had season-long sponsorships back then. Now with one race sponsors, they're like, well, that fucking sucks. The one race that we sponsored and you wrecked out. I don't know, man. I don't think it helps the sport. I'm trying to figure out how it's helped the sport other than line the pockets of certain people, and I can't think of how it has.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know at all, to be honest. Hey, Jacob, what up? Thanks, bro. Got it at Charlotte. I'm honestly I really dig this hat. I was like, I gotta get that hat. I gotta quit playing. And then I've got it, and 20 people have been like, yo, that fucking hat. And I'm like, me?
Yep. Oh, who, me?
Yeah. I'm almost like, I want to buy another one so I can wear one at work.
Yeah.
One, what the fuck? Well, hey guys, I guess Matt just hit the wrong button, but I was talking about wearing one at work because if you wear a hat at work, that's a RIP sentence. But yeah, I guess we're going to Gateway. Matt's just fucking RIP'd himself off the show. I should just end it. What'd you hit?
I don't know. You
disappeared, so I was like, well, anyways.
Scary. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, dude. Once you take your hat to work, it's a death sentence.
Well, for you, this is me taking a hat to work, just so you know.
Yeah, black hat turns brown at work.
All right. Wait, hold on. What do we got here, bro? I was thinking how with the new Larson.
Yeah, Andy knows. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got a work hat, I got a dinner hat, I got a lawn hat.
I definitely have a lawn hat. That's true. Yeah. I do have hats for certain things.
I got a fishing hat, I got a hunting hat.
That is a good point. I have hats for certain occasions for sure. All right.
Well, that's what this is gonna be my race hat, but I'm like, I kind of want one to wear all the time.
Let's talk about what is gonna happen to these 4 charters.
Well, I think it's already came out today that FRM is snagging one up. I think that was a rumor, and that's already there. I've noticed some of these news. As soon as I hear the rumor, the next day, the team's like, we did it. Because how many times did rumors get leaked and people were like, God damn it, let us tell you.
Yeah.
And for sure. So now I've noticed people just slap the go button every time a rumor comes out and they want to get ahead of it. And I'm sure the rest will follow sooner than later. But I heard Trackhouse is going to get one, so they'll have 3 teams. And I heard 2311's trying to snag one.
That makes a lot of sense as well. RCR rumor, keep hearing that. RCR's been rumored for I don't know, 10 years.
I mean, they're going to go 3 teams.
Yeah.
What up, Logan? They got it at the holler, bro. Come, we'll go to Atlanta and get you one.
I can say front row is the least exciting.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I know I've seen people kind of excited about it, and but
I mean, Michael McDowell's had his moments, and I love rooting for that
And
car
he's
and team,
gone.
but he's leaving. Oh, well, that was the thing too. Doesn't he look like a genius now? Like securing his future of like, I'm gonna get paid. I don't care what I'm doing.
True.
When he now, because like now he'd be like, wait, what?
I don't know. I mean, he would probably still have a ride. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the writing was on the wall. Like they weren't gonna re-sign him.
Yeah, I think that would be a bad move. I mean, Michael McDowell was the best thing that's going on
He
at
made
that
a
team,
business move.
and he's gone. So I don't know. Have they said who they're picking up?
No, I mean, I think, and then like I think I was telling you earlier, is like the rumors talking about Custer going 3-4. I mean, that is a terrible
That's
financial
so
decision.
boring. This
That
is
is
the
so
most
lame and
boring
boring.
situation I
Like,
can imagine.
boo, stay down there. Well, Custer we got to think the Xfinity team's done with too. Like, I see they're closing the doors. So there goes their Xfinity team.
Damn.
And so where poor Riley Hurts. Yeah, man, I know it's sad over there. So where does Barry go? Where does Noah go? Where I think Priest is going to go work at a coffee shop. And I've heard
Yeah.
Briscoe maybe to the 21. Jordan, yeah, I think that rumor is going to be true. But then I don't like this rumor. They're talking about them getting a third charter and putting Corey Haim in it. I don't really like this new. We just go from trucks to cup now, like a lot of these guys are doing.
Yeah.
Carson Hocevar went from truck straight to cup, like Carson, but like I always thought like that was the rite of passage. Like you go to trucks, now you're doing good there. You can go to Xfinity. I hope you start doing it Xfinity. Cup
What do you
team's
think?
gonna look for you.
What do you think of Priest landing a ride?
I hope he goes to hell for eternity. To be honest with you,
Jesus,
I
dude.
don't care. I don't care about
God.
Ryan Priest.
I don't
I've never
think
cared
that,
for
by
Ryan
the way.
Priest.
This podcast does not think that. That's this
I
person.
don't give a shit about Ryan Priest, and I never have.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that, actually. I don't care. I remember people telling me early on, they're like, dude, you're gonna be proven wrong. This guy's the next
He's
thing.
gonna
He's
show
a
you.
big deal. You know, he's really
He
good at
rose
flat
well in
track
modifieds once
modifieds.
at
Like
New Hampshire.
he's so when we go to New Hampshire, dude, he might compete for like a top 10 there. Like that's how
Yeah,
legit this
he
guy is.
might compete for some fucking
Yeah,
new eyes at the
I agree. I think he's out.
American.
Barry definitely has a spot before Priest. Briscoe probably replaces Burton in the 21. Yeah, that's interesting that
Harrison
like
Burton is gonna ride with Priest to Burger King to get job
yeah, true.
applications.
Well, Harrison Burton's dad will buy the Burger King and then they'll make Priest the manager.
Yeah. Then Matt DiBenedetto will fucking work the intercom.
Oh damn, dude,
Yeah.
Matty. I forgot about that fool.
Uh,
Ryan Priest has always been non-existent in Cup. Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
Oh, well, and
Go back
Xfinity for that matter.
Go back to the Northeast and race those modifieds, dude. It sounds like you had a really good career doing that, apparently. So that
Yeah,
sounds
sounds
cool.
like you should just stay doing that.
Front row is so boring. I don't care. Like I just don't care. And if they get Cole Custer, I just really don't care. Is that mean?
No, I hope Cole Custer, old fart face, Xfinity champion, cool. Maybe try to find an Xfinity ride.
So do they have Gillen?
That's the thing. Does Gilliland stay? It sounds like that. I mean, I haven't heard anything about him leaving or going, but
Dude,
I think he's proven himself.
How would you
that,
feel? How would
he's
you
giving
feel
that
about
38 car hell?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But how would you feel about a front row team, a 3-car front row team that is Todd Gilliland, Cole Custer, and Ryan Priest?
God, dude. Yeah. What did y'all even make the announcement for?
How boring would that be, dude? That would be the most boring team.
Now, if they got Barry and Noah and kept Todd Gilliland,
Barry and Noah. That's a good pickup.
I think that's if you could get the combo deal,
that would be a cool pickup. Yes, I agree there. Okay, so what are we thinking? We got 3 other charters. You're saying 2311,
Trackhouse,
2311 supposedly.
a rumor.
Okay,
and then apparently they're going to sign a truck driver for some reason, and I think it's Trackhouse. Well, then I heard if Trackhouse did a third charter, they'd take Zane Smith over because apparently I don't like this whole thing. Zane Smith is signed to Trackhouse, but races the 71 for whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
For Coil of Joy's brothers team,
right,
whatever.
So that's like a contractual thing, I guess.
Yeah, super weird. Like we'll lease them out to you. I don't think Zane Smith is what they all think he is. I like Zane Smith, but from everything I've seen, I think we're good here.
Yeah, I mean, cool for Trackhouse. I think that's a cool team to see get a third charter. What would you like to see? What's the last team that you want to see pick up that third charter?
The fourth one.
Yep, the fourth charter. Yeah,
Well, that's the thing. That's why there's 3 charters, and it sounds like everybody's like, "There's leftovers, y'all grab them." And
here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I want. RFK.
oh,
They've been hot lately.
dude,
They have sick
so
paint
hot.
schemes.
And if there was ever a time to grab them,
Yeah,
this is it. This is your time. Throw your
I
money
like their
down.
paint schemes. They always have really cool paint schemes with the chrome. Like if they got,
Ooh,
if they
what
got,
if they grab Noah?
that's what I was just gonna say, dude. If they picked
Oh
up
shit!
Noah, honestly, even Barry would fit in well with that
either
team.
one of them. Yeah, I think that would be a good fit.
I think Barry would actually probably fit better with them, but
Yeah.
Noah would be more exciting, more fun. Let's be honest.
Yeah, honestly, either one of those is a grab.
I think RFK with a third team would be sick.
Yeah, and I think they could do it.
Yeah, they're like hot right now. Everybody wants
So
to
hot.
They always want to talk about RCR, and I get that because it's a fun
I don't
idea
think
because
they're where they need to
RCR
be
was-
picking up third starters.
Yeah, RCR has like the other numbers that we want to see run again. Like,
Yeah,
I get it. There's a lot of opportunity there with RCR. And it's cool. It's cool to think about.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if they got a third charter right now, I'd be kind of bummed. I'd be like, well, like, can you figure out the other two guards?
yeah. Can you figure out the other 2
What
charters?
the fuck are you doing buying a third one? That's
Yeah,
like,
I think Noah at
like
RFK.
somebody-
I'm sold.
That's like somebody with a failing business being like, we're going to expand this business. And the bank's
No-
like, dude, like,
Noah at RFK. I'm gonna be like these kids we hang out with, and I'm gonna buy like 8 different car shirts and hats, and just be have 8
dude, that would be
drivers.
sick if he had like one of their number fonts with the chrome paint scheme,
Oh,
a
dude.
chrome Bass Pro paint
Rings Bass
scheme.
Pro. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Come on,
I
RFK.
like that.
come on, RFK, let's do this.
Damn it. Zane and SVG are signed to Trackhouse and loaned out to the team. Yeah,
SVG.
I think I've heard of businesses like that. Zane Smith was better off a truck lifer. Yeah, RIP Zane Smith.
I want RFK to pick up the Xfinity team. I want RFK to get that third one, dude. Yo, Noah to RFK.
Yeah,
exactly.
that would be
sick,
bro.
man. Everyone wants to talk about RCR, but Noah to RFK would be with a chrome paint scheme. Oof.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
And like I guess he'd stay forward. I also heard
and RFK's like hot right now. Like they're figuring their shit out.
Yeah, Brad almost won that 600.
And Busher's been fucking up there. Like,
yeah, I could see one of them winning this weekend.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think it's all going to come out here very soon, the next couple weeks. I don't like. I think I'm like, yeah. See you, Priest and Briscoe. It was, good luck, man. I don't really care what you do.
Yep. Hope you have a successful life doing something like running a Chick-fil-A somewhere. I hope your Chick-fil-A franchise that you manage / owns is really successful in the town that you grew up in.
Yeah, it's really sad, man, to see a team like they're not. I mean, they've been here since 08, so like almost 20 years. I guess 16. I don't know. It's like, man, they had a good run, a championship, Daytona 500, shit ton of wins. I mean, and then I really feel it for Rodney Childers. I'm like, man, you should have left with Kevin when you.
Yeah, seriously. And we talked about that when it was happening. We were like,
yeah, that was your time. But I think it's sold on the berry and promised money. I thought things were fishy. When they did the rebrand, the logo, and they're like forward, and the 4 team was running Stuart Haas fire suits, like not Sunny D fire suits, not Overstock or Bass Pro fire suits.
Interesting.
All their team's fire suits just said Stuart Haas on them, and I was like, I don't like that. Like, what is that?
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. That probably was an early sign, actually.
Which Kevin made a good point too. He said, just think about it. He said, hey, I was retiring. He said, Busch Light left. They went over to Chastain. Mobile One left. So they've already sponsored multiple people, but they went over to Gibbs. He said Sonny D, yeah, I guess they're still there. He said, where'd Hunt Brothers go? To Penske.
Yep.
He said, all this money, that's a lot of money that was spending their money at Stuart Haas. He said, all those teams, all that sponsor left. And he's like, I mean, and the owners aren't there to do anything. He's like, what are they gonna do? Yeah,
Forever to forward to for sale.
that's what Kevin said on his podcast.
Yeah,
Kevin was pissed. He was ripping him a new one.
My dad mentioned that to me early this season, like after a
Yeah.
couple races. He was like, "Wasn't that kept on the 4-car last year?" And I was like, "Yeah, they switched also." And my dad was like, "Oof, that team is not doing well."
Yeah,
And he was like, "Just think about it." He's like, "They lost huge." And he's like, "Who have they replaced it with?" And I was like, "I don't really know."
yeah,
But I didn't even really think about it. But yeah, the writing was on the wall like early on. We probably
yeah.
should have
We
all
should have looked at the
realized
signs.
that. Yeah.
But then now too, going forward, like I don't expect much for them at all. Like, yeah, hey, why are y'all running the back? Oh, they sold the rest of our motors. We've been running these motors every race. Like, I don't. How do you be optimistic going forward for this?
You don't. They're
or
gonna be
even
trash.
give a fuck.
The only reason that somebody might do something is that they're fighting for jobs now.
Yeah,
Like,
it would be cool to see one of them like win a Daytona or a Dega.
Well,
or
yeah, because it's like this is their resume at this point. Because if one of them wins a big race, that could be the deciding factor for next year who gets a ride.
Yeah.
Like honestly,
I just don't see the teams like. I just see people like, yeah, I'm not coming into work today. What are you gonna do? Fire me?
Kevin's been firing back recently.
Kevin's
Remember, also
don't give a fuck anymore, dude.
Yeah, he is good about that. Actually, I've noticed that.
Yeah, he's been like, yeah, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm just kind of a little sad. Like, pour one out for the homies. Like,
for sure.
Man, this kind of sucks. But it's also like, yeah, I hate seeing it. But I'm like, yeah, I mean, they ran it in the ground. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, they did for sure.
Had a good run.
Yeah. I don't know. That's it. There it is.
Yeah. Going to Gateway this weekend. I care about Gateway just as much as I care about Ryan Priest.
Yeah.
Cool. I guess we're going to tracks. Maybe it'll be better. I don't know. This race just doesn't really do nothing for me. Not against it. I'd take this race over going to another country any day of the week.
For sure.
Or a road course. But
without
just
a doubt.
Gonna chill out, watch that race. Don't really care what happens. We'll see. Maybe Kyle Busch will win again. Yeah, let's make some picks. Goddamn, who cares? Yeah. Underdog.
Who cares?
I'll go first with my underdog, and I will take Carson Hocevar in the 77.
Damn, that's my boy.
He was giving it hell here last year when he was putting Corey LaJoie out of business, and maybe he can have some good strides and show off the speed he had last year before he wrecked it.
Damn, there's not a lot of good. Oh yeah, Ty Gibbs is still available. That's right.
That's right.
I haven't picked him in a while. I'll take that. I'll be taking that.
And then my lock of the week, I'm gonna take. Yep. Just for my assistant here, just gave me this intel.
I bet
won this race last year. Kyle Busch in the 8 car.
Wait, what?
What is gonna take the win here, and he is gonna kick ass and finally turn RCR around and get the ship selling right.
You are high, man. RCR is still in the slump.
Never give up. Never surrender.
I give up all the time. It's gonna be Denny Hamlin. Came in second here last year, and he's on fire. So
he's so hot right now.
He's so hot.
I wanted to take Ryan Blaney, but
I think Kevin and Tony have had a falling out? Question mark.
Ooh. I don't know. They're probably still buddies. They just probably don't really talk as much as they used to.
I wonder if they just don't care. They're both like, we're both out of it. Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know,
man.
like
I'll see you around.
Kevin's not on that team anymore. He doesn't work there. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. He's got a whole different job now. And same with Tony.
Yeah.
I feel like it's probably like that. They're just, yeah. Hey, what up, dude? Good to see you again. And he picked Blaney. Yeah, good pick. Good pick.
Yeah.
Well, Larson, I think we already discussed it. Deserves the waiver. Gonna get the waiver.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get the waiver. Sad he couldn't do the double. I think maybe he could do it again next year. Really want to see that. I think we were all Larson fans this past weekend. I don't know, man. This is the first week of that bracket challenge we didn't get to talk about.
Okay, you know what we're gonna do tomorrow? We'll both fill one out. Okay.
All right.
We'll both fill them out separately, and then we'll post it on social media.
Can you screenshot them, or do you got to write them down?
I have no idea.
I don't even
I'll
know
look
either.
into it tomorrow.
Let's do one, and we'll be like, these are our brackets. We were
That's
going
what
to
I'm
talk about it
saying.
tonight, but we've been rambling.
Yeah, we've been rambling. So what we're gonna do is we'll both fill ours out, and then we'll post it on social media for everybody to like keep up with.
The hardest thing is you pick somebody, and then they get a flat tire or DNF, and your whole bracket's done.
Yep, pretty much.
But yeah, man, that'll do it. Going to Gateway. We're getting into the summer. Father's Day is coming up, and there's a stretch of some very peculiar races. Not excited about Sonoma. Very excited for Iowa. 2 more races of Fox, ladies and gentlemen. 2 more races of Fox.
Count them.
That we can look forward to. Wave bye to everybody. Yeah. All right.
That'll do it. Peace.